We're back with another episode of Today and Tomorrow in Scottsdale with Don and Kevin. Kevin, we're on again, buddy.
Hey, bud.
New
How are
week,
ya?
new week, new guest.
Yeah, that's time to run.
This is how we connect with people who are doing things to make our city special. And you know, as we get into the beginning here, it's November. We're getting into event season, so we've got a really cool event coming up here. First time coming up, and we're going to be joined with somebody who can tell us all about it. And that person's name is Miranda Abney, who is with us here today. She's helping to organize and promote the Every Woman's Marathon. It's a national running event and festival celebrating the strength, wellness, and community of women. It's coming to Scottsdale on Sunday, November 16th with that's race day, and there'll be pre-race events starting on Friday the 14th. Miranda, welcome. We're so glad to have you here, and we can't wait to see what's going to happen when you bring your race to our town.
Hi, yes, thanks so much for having me this evening. We are really, really excited, and I can't believe we are just over a week out
That's
from
right.
the big event.
That's right. So today we're going to learn a little bit about the marathon's mission, why Scottsdale is the host city, and what makes this event unique. So Miranda, tell us a little bit about the marathon. Tell us what it's all about and how you came to be involved with it.
Yes, absolutely. So the marathon is put on by myself and a team of wonderful, very committed, passionate women. And we put on this event with the objective of creating a safe space for women of all different types from all different places who can come together and run the, somewhat imposing distance of 26.2 miles and do it in the company of other women and just celebrate each other.
I have a hard time driving a car 26 miles. That's going to be a heck of a nice race. Exactly. So how did it get started? What's behind it? And to give us a little bit about what the mission is. And I know it's more than just a race.
Sure. So back in 2023, Team Milk started sponsoring women runners across the country who were competing in some of the major race events that were already on the calendar, like the New York City Marathon, the Chicago Marathon, the Denver Marathon. And, we had such an enormous response from women who enjoyed the Milk sponsorship and the support. And so eventually we decided that it was time to just take this show on the road and really just create our own event where we could build it exactly how we want it and do it with the input of the women who are participating in it. So this race is truly designed by women for women to celebrate the distance and what we can accomplish when we put our minds to it.
And this is the second year you've done it. You did it last year in Savannah, Georgia. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How did that go? Tell us a little bit about what that race looked like, how many people were there, and some of the events that went along with that.
Absolutely. So we had about 7,500 women register for the race last year. It was also on November 16th. It was a Saturday in the 2024 calendar. And it was my first marathon as a participant as well as an organizer.
How'd that go?
And the atmosphere was absolutely electric. There was more support and camaraderie on the course than I could have ever imagined. And I think after we got through year one, we thought, we have to keep this going. It means so much to so many women and to Team Milk. And so we're really excited to be in Scottsdale for year two.
Kevin is sweating just thinking about you running the marathon. He wanted to know exactly what it felt like. Did you finish the marathon? Do okay?
I did. I beat my goal. My goal was to finish in under 5 hours, and I finished in 4 hours and 53 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Think you could do that, Kevin?
It's wild.
No. And you had 7,500 participants. Was that your first year?
Yes, that was year one. Yes.
How did you get so many racers in your first year? That's unbelievable.
It really was. We were really happy with the participation. I think, part of it was just we had a lot of energy coming out of 2023, and we had made an impact at all of the big races across the country. So we had that really working for us. And we started early promoting the race, and we sold out before we got close to the start line. So it was a great first year.
So you used to sponsor racers to participate in some of the other races that you mentioned, but now you have your own event. Are you still sponsoring participants to run in your event?
In a sense, I mean, it's more that we have sort of built this event for these women specifically. So we're doing things to really make sure that their experience in the marathon is the best it can be. So for instance, we have typically a marathon, you're going to have about 6 hours to complete the distance and get a medal. For our marathon, we have 7 hours and 45 minutes. So you could actually walk the entire 26.2 miles at about a 17-minute, 45-second mile and still finish in the time allowed. So that's one thing we did. We're also, with women in mind all along the way, we have things like lactation stations. We have nicer bathrooms and porta potties that are well stocked with amenities. We have entertainment all along the course so that, if you're feeling like maybe you're about to give up, then you happen upon the next musical act or entertainer and they get your spirits back in the game. So we've really just designed it to be really just a fun day of running.
How many people do you think you're going to have for the Scottsdale race?
I think it's possible we'll have more women actually on course. That's really our goal for the year. Last year we ended up with just under 5,000 on course, who actually did the race. And so I'm hoping that we can beat that this year in Scottsdale.
Let's back up and let me ask you this. Why Scottsdale? How did you choose Scottsdale?
Oh, well, it's such a beautiful city. I think one of our top sort of criteria was looking for places where girls would want to go and have like a girls kind of getaway weekend. And Scottsdale is so great because you can come, you can run the race, you can get a good night's rest, and then you can visit some of the spas, do some shopping, play some golf, climb a mountain. So it's sort of a natural fit for that.
Not sure about climbing a mountain after I run a marathon. Kevin, what do you think about that? Maybe
some of these people participating in this, I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, they probably could do just fine. Yeah. So I know the route looks like it goes from Westworld down to Old Town, right?
Exactly.
So
yes,
can you describe what that looks like? I mean, it's going to come down probably Hayden, I guess.
It's kind of downhill a little bit though, isn't it?
It is downhill. You guys found the downhill route. I'm glad you're not going the other way.
It's net downhill. So right. It's what if you are an experienced seasoned runner, this would be a quote unquote fast race.
Fast track.
Because it is flat and net downhill. Mm-hmm. And it's really designed to proudly showcase Scottsdale as a host city. And, one of the first people that we were introduced to in our early meetings was, I believe his name is Christian Bailey. And he works for the police department and is very involved in sort of race planning. And I think because he himself is big into endurance racing, he understands like the impact of having a beautiful race course. And so we've had the best experience, honestly, in working with the people of the city and Visit Scottsdale. Everybody is just so wonderful.
So you say there's going to be things for spectators and race participants to sort of enjoy along the route. What do some of those things look like? Entertainment and stations where they can stop and just chill out a little bit? What's that going to look like?
Yeah, so we have all kinds of things. We have DJs, we have actual bands. I believe we have a couple of like marching band type activities. There's going to be, the beautiful desert landscapes and mountain views. We're also going to run by, I don't want to mispronounce this, but Papago Park.
Papago, yep.
Papago Park and the Watermark courses. So yes, we'll have all kinds of fun activities along the route. And we've really been encouraging all of the citizens of Scottsdale to come out and support the runners. When I did the race in Savannah last year, I think the number one thing that got me through it was just all of the people who came out of their homes to just stand on the edge of the road and cheer us on. It means the world. The more bodies, the better. It's like your own personal cheering squad.
And when you're running a race that long, it doesn't hurt to have one, does it?
This is so true. And, it was so cute last year because with this sort of similar timing, a lot of the kids in the neighborhoods had saved their leftover Halloween candy, and they were bringing it out and trying to give it out to all the runners along the way. It was just the cutest thing.
Little sugar boost, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
That's not a bad idea.
Now, what's going on Friday downtown in a couple days in advance of the race? You have some activities happening down there?
We do. We have our Wellness Expo opens up on Saturday, so racers can come and bring a family or friends along with them, and they can pick up their bib and their race goodies, their T-shirt from our wonderful partners at Rabbit. And then we have yoga classes happening. We have hair braiding stations. We have sign making stations. We have a really awesome coffee lounge where you can go get a milky protein boost. All kinds of fun stuff. Lots of selfie opportunities. Just really trying to make it feel like a weekend of activities.
Same deal on Saturday then? Same kind of stuff Friday and Saturday both?
Exactly. Yes. Half day on Friday, starting in the early afternoon, and then all day Saturday.
Is it? Does it cost money for people to come down to enjoy that part of it? Is there a ticket fee or anything?
There's not a ticket fee, but it is closed to racers and their friends and family that accompany them.
Okay, so you got to be a participant. Now, when racers do, so I'm curious how you've gotten the word out, how you've been promoting it around town. Apparently, you must be doing okay because you're getting a good registration count, right?
Yeah, I think about 20% of our runners are from the state of Arizona. And then we have runners coming from all 50 states and also 9 other countries. So a nice economic impact for the city. And in terms of the local kind of word on the street, we've done at least, I believe, 2 mailings to all citizens in Scottsdale. We've done some local advertising around town. We'll be at the airport as we get closer in, advertising at the airport. We've really tried to let everyone know about what's coming with the road closures and, just, again, really encouraging citizens to come out and cheer us on.
It's pretty cool. I didn't realize there's only 20% were actually local. You're bringing that many folks in from out of town. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes, we've worked with 23 plus local hotels to sell out rooms.
Wow.
So we have a lot of ladies traveling in.
That's fantastic.
So some of the racers that are participating, are these like world-class marathoners, some Olympic marathoners, or are these just advocates for running?
I think you're going to see a good mix. We do have some professional runners that will be on course. One is Molly Huddle, if you've heard of her. And then we'll also have, more kind of everyday weekend warrior type runners. We actually have a higher percentage of first timers this year than we had last year by a couple percentage points. So more than 40% of our runners will be first timers. So we know that we have to really deliver on our promise to make sure that they have a great day with Teen Milk and they cross the finish line successfully.
So what advice do you have for somebody who is running their first marathon?
Oh, well, trust your training is probably the biggest and the hardest lesson. Last year, the night before the race, I could not sleep. I was so nervous. I was doubting myself. I thought, I've never run the entire 26 distance. I probably won't make it. I mean, I was just in a bad place. And then as soon as I got on course and was surrounded by, all of these amazing women and just the whole vibe, it all just fell into place. And I felt like I was floating for at least the first 23 miles. And then the last few were a little tougher.
Right.
But it really is. It's all about the atmosphere and the support and the excitement that everyone else brings to the event.
So it sounds like your best advice for a first-time marathon basically is just chill. You'll get through it because there's a lot of support around you, right? Just chill it out and get a good night's sleep.
Enjoy it. Honestly, I felt like I was smiling ear to ear for so much of it, which, it's not the most intuitive thing to think that you'll be feeling that good. But I wish I had not worried so much and gotten a better night's sleep, because as long as you've done the training, and we've provided, Team Milk has provided different training and nutrition plans for all of our participants to make sure they're in a great place at the starting line. So as long as you've committed to that training, you will be golden on race day.
I'm curious, are there other all-exclusive women marathon events or running events in general?
I think there are some shorter distance, all-female running events. This is the only marathon distance, women's only event.
I see.
So does the winner get any kind of prize or anything?
We are doing a small prize for our first 3 finishers and then our very last finisher.
Now that you've got a marathon going on, what about the idea of a triathlon for women? Is that anywhere near in the future? That's a big one, right?
That is a big one. I tried that once, and
did you?
It was really, the swim is hard, and it's first.
Yeah.
So where would we swim in Scottsdale? Is there a good place for the swim?
They used to do a triathlon here, and they would swim in a place called our Tempe Town Lake. But they quit that a couple of years ago because the lake was not exactly as pure as they would like it to be.
Is that right?
But they did actually had a triathlon here for many years. Which is pretty cool, but they quit doing it a couple of years ago. So if you do one, you're going to have to go someplace else.
Yeah. Wow.
You guys know the P.F. Chang's marathon used to be a big deal here.
Yeah.
Are they still doing that? I haven't heard as much about it lately.
I think
Yeah,
they
that was
are.
the rock and roll one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
P.F. Chang's rock and roll.
Yeah.
I think they stopped doing it maybe around COVID time.
Okay, because I remember it used to be a big deal, and
Sure was.
part of the course would run through South Scottsdale, and I remember that every year being something to think about, look at. But they haven't done it in a long time. I even thought about it till just now.
Yeah.
So how do you see the marathon evolving in the years ahead? Do you have a city or location planned for 2026, or what's ahead?
We don't have any firm plans yet for 2026, but we would love it if people would follow our socials at Every Woman's Marathon and stay tuned for exciting news to come.
Is it still too late right now for potential runners who are going to maybe hear our podcast to register for the race, or is it, what's the deadline?
No, you can come to the expo on Friday or Saturday and register on the spot and run on Sunday. We welcome it.
Again, the expo will be down at the Civic Center, correct? Down in Old Town Scottsdale?
Yes.
Okay, good,
Exactly.
yeah. If there's one thing you hope that every runner takes away from crossing the finish line in Scottsdale in a couple of weeks, what would that be?
I think that when we put our minds to something, we can accomplish incredible things. I mean, to your earlier comment, just before I embarked on my training last year, I was driving a stretch of highway, and it just so happened that on my GPS, I saw 26 miles to your exit.
Yeah.
And that seemed like a long drive.
Yeah.
And I thought it might, is it insanity to try and run this far? Maybe. But if you train your body, you can do it. And it just makes you feel so powerful and accomplished. And yes, I wish that for all of our women participating on Sunday.
Well, some of us guys might be out there cheering you on, and we'll take some things away from it too, right? Just if it's nothing but feel good for watching all these good athletes come across the finish line.
Absolutely. I'll be there giving some high fives out.
Of course, it's all about community spirit, right? That's what we're all about here in Scottsdale. So we're here to support
looking for you guys.
Yeah, well, we'll have to definitely find you when we're down there sometime during the weekend, or I imagine you'll be a little bit busy on race day, though, won't you?
A little bit.
Yeah, that sounds good. Kevin, what a great conversation, huh?
I'm so glad that Scottsdale has so many signature events, and this could potentially be another one moving forward where we're known for having this event. We're known for embracing women's athletics, and I think it'd just be great if we have a really successful event and maybe can look forward to having it in the future as well.
Makes perfect sense. Scottsdale is an event place, a destination, obviously. We're big on sports. Every major sport comes here. So to have this here at this time of the year just makes perfect sense. So I think you guys chose very wisely.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we look forward to hosting you when you get here as a city. And I know you're going to have a great time and be a great experience for people to come and visit Scottsdale and get a little running in while they're here too, right?
That's it.
Come in Friday and Saturday, have fun, go to the bars and restaurants, and then work it all off with a big long race on Sunday,
That's
man.
right.
It sounds like a perfect formula.
What do they call it? Carb loading?
Yeah, carb loading.
Yes.
We'll be out there throwing Hershey bars to whoever needs them as well. So we'll save some
Yes.
leftover Halloween candy for you.
Awesome.
Miranda, it's been a pleasure talking to you. We're excited about seeing you come to Scottsdale in a few days, November the 16th. Is there a website where people can see more information on this?
Absolutely. It's everywomansmarathon.com.
Perfect. Well, people can check it out. And I know I've been on there, so I saw the race course as it works out. And there's also a calendar of events and things like that. So even if you don't want to run on the race, there's certainly ways that you can participate in all the fun and festivities. So I encourage everybody to take a look at that and have some fun with it. But Miranda, see you in a couple of weeks. We'll look you up and we'll be here to support you.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much.
You bet. Thanks for a great conversation, Miranda. Can't wait to see you in just a few days. And thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. And thanks to all of you for listening. If you enjoyed the episode, share it. Don't be shy. See you again next week with another episode of Today and Tomorrow in Scottsdale.